All right, we're at that part of the show that I love the most. So, hey, Jared, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, guys. I just want to broach something quickly. Remember how last week we were kind of concerned about the potential cancellation because of mainly Karen Allen pillows and things of that nature? When I listened back to this week's episode, it was almost like you really wanted us to get cancelled because it played that part
I know,
twice.
And I know.
I thought, oh no, I've done something with the phone, and so then I went back. And so I ended up hearing it like 4 times, even though it was only on the recording twice. But I was like, that's fantastic.
Not only does it accidentally loop the audio once in an inappropriate moment, but the second inappropriate moment is where it loops again.
Yes.
But it loops over so smoothly.
Oh, I know. It was because at one point it sounded like I cut Ben off to say something. And then I was like, hang on. No, I'm saying the same thing. I didn't cut him off. Oh, good. I don't remember doing that.
On the plus side, in the week that's gone past since we did the last show, I actually have my Karen Allen love pillow.
Woohoo!
Right here.
But you know exactly what happened there, don't you, Jared? That's where I snipped it so I could use it for TikTok, and yet accidentally left the layer there.
Oh, well, look, it's double goodness for the listeners. So, and I'm glad it wasn't at anything about the home entertainment. It was mainly just the asides. So that's the most important thing. But home entertainment news, that's obviously why I'm here. I quickly want to tell you about some news, a few titles that are coming out in the near future. June 14th, we've got Shazam, Fury of the Gods. So they're rushing this one to home entertainment. They rushed it to digital release as well, premium VOD, because the film kind of tanked at the box office. I haven't seen it yet. Look, I want to see it and I will check it out, but I'm hesitant about buying it. I'll probably just wait for it to turn up on a streamer. First one was great, but
yeah, I agree. The second one,
I'm as excited to see that as I am to see the new Flash movie.
I'm actually excited about the new Flash movie.
You are.
I will vow to see that one, and I will probably not see it. But
which is bizarre because you really don't like that lead guy.
Oh, look, I don't like the fact that he's he's a questionable character, but I think he's a terrific actor.
How does everyone else get cancelled, but not him?
I don't know. He's dodging the biggest bullet. I think once the Flash releases, they can cancel him, but prior to that, Warner's just got to keep paying everybody off because they want this one to release and for it to do well.
But isn't it like it's the public and the Flash mobs that cancel people? Like how is he not? It just baffles the mind.
It's crazy. It's Hollywood, baby.
I thought it's because he's uncancelable because he's
non-binary and a few other different things. Yeah. Well, it's like,
This was the episode we got cancelled.
Yeah, he's the Minority Report.
Yeah, it's a odd one. But anyway, Shazam coming out on home entertainment June 14th. Then July 5th, the Super Mario Brothers movie is hitting 4K, Blu-ray and DVD. This one's made a lot of money at the box office, like a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah. So it's great that it's coming out on 4K, and maybe I'll blind buy it on 4K to watch it. I actually will watch this.
Jack Black's Peaches song has gone to number 1 on the charts.
It's crazy, man. And you've seen this one, Glenn, yeah?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved
it. Good. Yeah. I was wondering whether it just plays like a bit like exactly like the game, like a cutscene, or whether it really has.
It is certainly, it's the good kind of fan service where it acknowledges all the different games that have been played over the years, but it has a story that works. It's got characters that are likable. It's very self-referential in ways. It's clever and it's fun.
Excellent.
Is there an alternate audio track where Chris Pratt actually does an Italian accent?
Well, no. So they explain the accent in the film, like because it starts off with them with the Mario, but that's for their plumbing commercial, and then when the cameras stop rolling, it's like in our civvies and on we go.
Makes sense. It's kind of like that Valkyrie thing that Tom Cruise did where he spoke German in the beginning and then suddenly starts speaking English. So they just
which was copying the Hunt for Red October with
the best.
Of course.
The best one where it just zooms in on the mouth and zooms back out. That's all the translation services you need.
Genius.
Beautiful. And the last one.
I'm going to try it when I'm in Europe. I'll just get really close to someone and come back out.
If you're
going to do it on the subway, because that way it's going to be harder for them to escape.
Yeah.
The last one I want to mention that's coming out on July what's this one? July 19th. It's The Pope's Exorcist, the new film from Julius Avery with Russell Crowe. Now, Glenn, I know you went and saw this one while we were in New Zealand. What was your take on this one? Did you enjoy it?
Poxy ass. It's fucking awful.
Is it at least so awful that it's kind of good? Like you get a couple belly laughs out of it?
Talking about having a really shit accent, he maintains it all the way through the movie.
Yeah, right. Well, that was troubling in the trailer.
Yeah, that is a miracle all itself because, I mean, I think you both know how much I love a Goodyear, but
yes.
He comes in and out of his English accent throughout the course of that film.
Well, he does in this too. Like he can't actually maintain it. He just tries to maintain it.
Oh, he does. He tries.
Yeah.
He tries.
But he's very funny in it. He is very funny, and he does nail the gags. But I just don't feel like the gags are really appropriate
for the movie. Yeah, it's an odd one because if you see the marketing for the film in the US, it really drives home the horror element of the movie, whereas locally they're really selling it on Russell Crowe. It's a really odd one because US art is almost illustrated in nature.
As you can imagine, it taps into every single Exorcist cliche that is imaginable.
Of course, I'm so over these possession exorcism movies. I thought we were done with them. You know, we had so many of them years back. And now it looks like we're about to be inundated with them again because now we've got the Exorcist remake or prequel or sequel or whatever they want it.
Legacy sequel.
You know, yeah, God help us all. But anyway, this week on Home Entertainment, the first title I do want to mention is coming out from Roadshow, and it's the new Guy Ritchie movie. It's Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre, which I have not seen yet. It's only getting a Blu-ray and DVD. Glenn, you saw it and you didn't enjoy it?
No. I haven't.
None of us have seen this one. That's astonishing.
And I am so shocked with Guy Ritchie at the moment because this film came from out of nowhere after he'd just done 2 movies, right? And now he's already got another one with Jake Gyllenhaal, like a military one. Like, where are they coming from?
I watched the trailer with Ben, I think, for that one, and I was like, hang on, there's another one.
Yeah.
There was another one, and they started trailering it as this one was still, out playing theatrically. I'm just like this
what
guy
a career
is
revival.
I know, absolutely. And look, I called it first because I really dug that Aladdin live action movie.
So did I. Come on.
Okay, I'll give it to you too. Ben still hasn't seen it. Have you, Ben?
No, I've seen it. I just didn't.
It was odd because it did feel like a Guy Ritchie movie.
It totally did. It totally did. Yeah, it was an odd duck, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, that one's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD this week, courtesy of Roadshow. Then the other 4 titles that are coming out from Roadshow are all from the Warner catalog, and they are Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, Superman 3, and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, all 4K Ultra HD with a bonus Blu-ray. So if you haven't upgraded yet, it's a good incentive to buy it and then, have the 4K for later.
But hold your tongue, Ben. I haven't got a drink. We're not playing that game. Number 1 and number 2 are just one movie.
Oh, that old chestnut. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you've got 1 and you got 2, and then you got the Richard Donner cut at 2. So you could have 3 films become 1.
The best moment in that Richard Donner cut is the apartment scene when he's got the slick back hair and it cuts to another shot and it's all boofy.
Yeah. No, I will pick them up, but I might just wait until there's the tasty sale to grab them in. And here's the thing too, I'm going to hold out a little longer because we're going to be one of the first territories in the world to get them because they've postponed the box set in the US and the UK. That's coming out in May. So my feeling is that these discs have not been road tested yet, and they're using us as the guinea pigs. And I'm glad I haven't bought the Rockies. I've been burnt by other titles, so I'm just going to hold out and wait until.
Are they going to do Superman Returns? That's a question.
I don't know. Can you do it now? You got
Spacey, you got Singer.
Yeah, exactly. It's too questionable for words.
Am I the only person that really loved that movie?
And I think you're the only person.
That cash. No,
he does.
And the post of that film was all done here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was shot here. It was shot here. Like the Smallville was all up Victoria, northern Victoria.
Yeah, right.
That's incredible. Yeah, right. Yeah, so I don't know at this stage. I think they're just pretending it doesn't exist for now because it's not present in the box set in the States or the UK either.
Well, I like it.
Because it actually is canon, isn't it? It's actually continues on.
Yeah.
It is. It was at Bridges number 2 and 3, I think.
It sits there. It completely ignores number 4, The Quest for Peace with John Cryer. incredible performance. Incredible. But gentlemen, that's all I've got for you this week. So unless you've got anything you want to... Oh, actually, no, I do. I want to share one tidbit with you before I go. So I finally recorded the audio commentary the other day with Tony Martin for Houseboat Horror.
Oh, my goodness. Can this be said on the show? Like, are we...
Oh, yeah. This has already been announced and that. But Tony came over. We did it here. We did it in my living room.
Oh, my God.
And it was fantastic. You know, it was like literally... being like a single party to a Tony Martin comedy show. Like I was having to hold back the laughs for fear of like peaking the audio too much. But it was terrific. And then he'd said to me, I think he'd looked around the living room, seen the book, seen the vinyl, and he said, "Oh, do you collect much of the physical media?" And I said, "Are you kidding?" I said, "I got a whole room of it upstairs. I'm a big fan." And I said, "Well, I'll take you up after." Anyway, so after we'd finished doing the commentary, I said, "Oh yeah, come." We were talking about Criterion, and we're talking about the upcoming release of Scorsese's After Hours. And then I said, "Oh well, come upstairs." And so then I took him in, and he's like, "Oh my God!" And he's like, "Geez, my collection's probably like this bit." But then we went through the films, and he's picking out films. And Carl Reiner, after he did Summer Rental, he did Summer School, and I said, "I got both of them." And then it literally was like that. And then I think he landed upon She's, and I'm like, which She's is he looking at? Is he looking at She's Out of Control, She's the One, She's All That? And at that point in time I kind of was like, oh no, Tony Martin's seeing all of my movies, like everything I own. This is like a first impression. So, but yeah, he was lovely. But yeah, he's a big fan of physical media and knows about all the local and international labels. So it's really exciting to...
That bastard keeps stealing all the podcast thunder, so you should get him onto ours.
Yeah, I know. I should. I've got his email, so I'll hit him up and I'll say, how about you come on and do a bit? You've got plenty of stuff going on.
Put us on his radar,
so...
that's all I ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, now I think we're like brothers. He tweeted that I did my homework on the movie, which I don't know is a compliment or not. But anyway,
did you get him to do
his as a compliment?
Did you get him to do his REM impersonation?
No, because I think that would have cost some licensing dollars. I did ask the question though: would we ever see the Complete Late Show released in some form of like physical media? Like, could it be like kickstarted or? And he said, unfortunately, it's pretty much all the licensing that's holding it back because the music that was used in the show. And here's one that I wish he'd said on the commentary, but he didn't. But he told me afterward was the reason that Undiscovered Masterpieces of Cinema only lasted for 4 episodes is that when the last one aired, which was Jaws: The Revenge, apparently the head of Universal Pictures of like global was in Australia and was in a stopover in Sydney for the night and saw The Late Show on TV that night, saw Jaws, saw that they had ruined the ending of the film and shit-canned it and basically made some calls, and that was the end. Wow. And they almost got sued. And I'm like, wow. And I was like, but the movie had been out for like 5 years. And he goes, exactly. Mind-boggling. I mean, you can get away with anything these days, but that was like 1992. But yeah, I wish he'd told that story in the commentary, but it exists here. At least it's documented all the time.
Yeah.
Because I know in 2 weeks' time, like everything, I'll probably forget it. Anyway, gentlemen, thanks for having me.
That's what we're best for, just immortalizing such things. All right, mate, we'll catch you next week.
You can repeat that one twice on this episode for me, Glenn.
See you, mate.
See you guys.